Hey Saber Fans, this is Adam from Blue Force Sabers. Welcome back. So I wanted to introduce you to a brand new commission I just finished. This is a Mace Windu inspired hilt. As you might know, I usually stay away from canon hilts. There's so many of them made out there, and I like to do something very unique and different with my hilts. I do a lot of crossovers and stuff like that. But this was a special request. He wanted a Mace Windu hilt, and he gave me the freedom to make something different than just your standard hilt. So this is kind of what I came out with. As you can see, it's the general design of his hilt, but obviously, if you know the Mace Windu hilt, it doesn't have any kind of leather wrap. The switches are different. It's chrome instead of this brushed kind of steel that I went with. So inside, real fast, is a Crystal Focus 10, newly becoming one of my favorite boards. This will be the fourth one I've installed now. It's got the smooth swing. This is an in-hilt LED, so you have all the colors, blaster, lockup, and then multiple sound fonts you can put on there. Music backtrack, a whole bunch of unique stuff in there. So 18650 battery, bass speaker, chassis system designed by me. So one of a kind, all unique. Still have access to the battery too if you need to, but you have the recharge port here. 2.1 millimeter recharge port. Plug that in, fire it up, and you'll be back up and running. So let's go over the hilt here real fast. So if you know the Mace Windu hilt, which I'm sure you do, it has a chrome base to it here. So I originally was going with that when I was painting it, but I didn't like the way it was looking with the 3D print. As you know, I use a 3D printer to print all these pieces, and then it's wrapped around a 1-inch steel core, so it stays super thin and different. So I went with this darker brushed gray steel here. And then, of course, the whole thing is weathered. Like to weather my hilts, it really brings out all these small little details, and it gets this dirt into the crevices and stuff like that. So you have with the top here in the emitter, you have the cool shine through. When you have a blade inserted, you get the shining through effect with these holes here. And then the steel is tucked back in. So it's right here on the edge. And then there's a 2-inch blade depth into there, so it's nice and secure. So it says it's just the general design of the Mace Windu hilt. But of course, then you have all this different color and weathering with it too. It's really hard to pick up on camera, but there is a silver dry brush all the way around, all the little edges here. And you can see all these grooves here too. This is cool weathering. The gold paint here as well, which comes up, it's a little darker in person than it is on camera. But a little bit of details here, like in his hilt. Blade retention screw back here. Middle section here, similar to the canon hilt, but this is longer to include the recharge port and switches. Dual switch with this crystal focus, so you have these nice little tactile switches that match the hilt. They're in brass as well. And then you can see with the weathering here, you have all this little weathering and all these grooves here. Also all dry brushed, which you can see in person, which I love because when you're really looking at the hilt, you can see all these little details too that kind of pop out. Gold kill key for the recharge port. Genuine black leather. And you can see these little specks in here. This is really great soft leather. Use this in a couple of my hilts. Little rings here. A little more dimension down to the pommel. And this matches this part up here, this black. This little ring down here, more gold painting. A little more dimension here down to the sound port. So really love how this came out. So nice and thin. Good grip for the hand here. So let's fire it up. Pull the recharge or the kill key here. Kind of failed you. I won't. So that is one of the sound fonts here. So let's go back to the main Mace Windu sound font, so you can hear that one first. So we're going to hold down the auxiliary switch here, get to the menu. There you go. Back to the Mace Windu font.
May the Force be with us all. We're keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
Hold down the main switch to lock it in. And fire it up. So you have 16 colors with this one already pre-programmed. This is a great color here. It's like a deeper purple. Usually see with the Mace Windu hilts too. Especially with like the Master replicas and the Hasbro. It was always that pink blade, which I kind of hated. But this, you have the nice purple that goes with it. So of course with the CFX board you have blaster, lockup, smooth swing, regular clash sounds and everything too. So you can also get into spectrum mode, so switch your colors, double press, and then you can just rotate the hilt to go through your colors. You can rotate it this way as well. So there's a deep purple, blue. I like the deep purple for Mace. Just press it to lock it in. Double press. Now you have your backtrack music. Really puts you into the movies. And then you still have full functionality of the Saber. Really love the backtrack. Just bring something extra to your Saber. Double press turns it off. So check out a couple different fonts here.
Soundboard selection. May the Force be with us all.
And on the aux button.
Son of Darkness.
Fire up Son of Darkness here.
Mighty Kylo Ren.
Really love this font. You're looking for an awesome smooth swing dark side font. This is the one to get, my personal opinion at least. We'll check out one more font here.
Soundboard selection. Light. Young Rey.
With the new movie out.
Light.
A little Rey here.
Son of Dark. Light.
That's what you get for having big fingers here. There you go, soundtrack that I was looking for. Now, how can you not like that?
Soundboard selection. Light. Young Rey.
And now we're back to it.
Kylo failed you. I won't.
Another smooth swing font. Ray music there too. You also too, you have access to the volume, so if you need to turn up some of your fonts, make it a little bit louder, you have that access too. You can do it in the system settings with the CFX. So that is the Mace Windu inspired hilt here. Hope you like it. As always, check back, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, on all of them. Always got interesting hilts coming out. Always looking for something different. So if you have some ideas, please hit me up in the comments. Be happy to answer. If you're interested in saber building, you can send that in the comments as well. Be happy to help you out with that too and get you started. If you've ever checked any of the other comments and stuff, I've always liked to help other people out and try to get them into this hobby of saber building. So, as always, take care and God bless.